54-21. All right, that went a little too long on that. They could have shot that one up. Yeah, because somebody gets hurt now, and you know we got a timeout with 1:40 to go. 54-21. Andre Curbelo is now in the game, a freshman for the Crusaders, and he was involved in that last tie-up.
I believe on that last possession, all 5 starters were out of the game.
Right.
That's the 4th quarter. It's coming.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Now, question for you, partner.
Okay.
33 is the number 30 or 35, and suppose it's activated once. If
they close it back in again? I don't think so. I think it stays.
It stays even if you drop it down to 15 or 20.
I want to say yes. I can't. I haven't done a game in a while. You know, you can't hold me to that, but I believe it is.
You don't see that. You don't see it.
Yeah. That must have been one of the most blatant fouls of the evening for that to be called. 1:31 to go. We have another stoppage in play right now.
I'll tell you how detailed Coach is. He sent a text to Tom Colucci pointing out the number of fouls that were called in the previous game they had, number of fouls called against them and the number of fouls called against the other team. And he was questioning.
Trying to make what point? That he felt as though there were too many towards him?
And they won by 40. That not enough fouls were called. They won by 40.
Wow.
And he was concerned about that part of the game.
Well, you know, you can go from the sublime to ridiculous when you start getting into that level of.
He is.
You know.
That's scary when you're that detailed.
Yeah.
That's a wow.
At the same time, my next question to you is going to be, how long do you think John Buck is going to be at the high school level?
That's a great question, because one of my first thoughts was, after observing him and what I've seen so far, there's a guy that can go to the next level. His pedigree is great.
Yes.
Who he played for. Chris Paul is a teammate. He's got people that would support him. And certainly anybody that comes to watch what they do has got to be, wow, that's a guy I would like to have working for me.
54-23, the clock is back in action. On the inbounds pass. It's taken up by Brian Kenyon. Kenyon gets it over to Theo Stamolius. And Stamolius has it. Then he'll pass it over to Andre Curbelo. 55 seconds. Bounce pass from Stamoulis. And his shot's up and good by the freshman. .41 seconds to go. With the ball, Gideon Germinal. Shot short, no good. That shot's up and good. Nice play by Ishmael Goulburn, a 6'4" sophomore. No call timeout.
Now, both teams have made massive subs at this point. I like seeing that both ways. He could keep his starters in, close the gap. He's pulled his. He's playing other players. I think that's class on both teams. You're not worried about the score at this point. It's about an experience and learning. As you keep pointing out, it's a learning experience.
I tell you what, I learned a few things tonight. No question in my mind. I never dreamed I'd see this kind of a discrepancy with any team that Dwyer steps on the court with. I don't care. You could take I've seen junior college teams that couldn't stay on the floor with Dwyer, but these guys, That's a whole different class.
I have a question for you. How do you think Long Island would do with the team that won the previous game?
How do I think Long Island would fare against
the team that we saw previously?
National Christian Academy?
Exactly.
It would be about the same. I could actually see it worse. I don't know how it could get worse, but I could actually see it worse. The way these guys are playing, that's a beautiful way to kill it.
The way they handle the ball and they know each other.
And these are the subs down to 6. They're going to run it out. That was the last time. There's your champions, ladies and gentlemen. Long Island Crusaders. The Long Island Lutheran Crusaders have dominated one of the all-time powerhouses in the state of Florida. 56-25. They beat W.T. Dwyer. I have no more accolades in my repertoire to throw out. So, Bob, I'm throwing it to you.
I think on my end, it's what I expected. I didn't think it would be the disparity would be this great, but I was very confident that Long Island Lutheran would win the game because of the preparation, because of the coaching, because of the skill level of these players. Their bigs play beyond big. Beyond big. They're not just big playing at the basket. When you got guys that can handle the ball and go full court and still deliver the mail at the cylinder the way they do, how do you stop that when you're 6'8", 6'9", and you're that quick and you can go right or left?
And it's just not one of them.
No,
it's not one. It's like 3,
it's
4,
a fleet of them.
5. Dwyer averaged 6 points a quarter. 6 points a quarter. I have never seen that. I don't know if I'll ever see it again. But that was one of the most dominating situations that I've ever been a part of. I mean, Bob, 6 points a quarter for a top 10 team in the state just shows you not only how good the basketball was that we saw totally, but how dominating the Crusaders were. That's just, I just cannot stop shaking my head. I won't go to sleep until after 2 a.m. tonight, just staring at the ceiling, going, "Did I really see that?"
I think I didn't even know until I saw him come out. I didn't know Fred was the coach.
Right.
I've been here for 3 days. I saw a little bit of the game, but I guess I wasn't paying attention enough. And Fred was so cordial and so responsive to anything that we needed here with Tom.
Yes.
I didn't know he was the head coach because anything we needed, he jumped on it. And yesterday, we were at the beach, and Long Island Lutheran was at the beach as well. And my girlfriend's son, Dom, was at the beach, and we went up, we saw each other, we talked for a couple minutes. But I'd seen him already for a game of rehearsal. And it was Dominic's birthday yesterday.
Right.
And their manager's birthday. He had Long Island coach, the coach of Long Island, had his players sing happy birthday to Dom. So you have 2 coaches that are class acts.
Oh, yes.
Just amazing what they bring to the table for the community and for their players. It's what it's all about, partner.
Sometimes where you came from, you're a product of your environment. And you said it earlier, and I really truly believe that John Buck is certainly a product of his environment, because when you play basketball at Wake Forest, you are playing North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland. You're playing some of the top teams, and you have the highest obstacles to overcome to recruit the kids to get there. So when they do perform the way they have, when John Buck was there, and they were outstanding, that's not just because that they were good, they were exceptional. And he has taken that and shown that he is certainly a product of that environment and that success. And with that being said, Bob, I want to thank you for all the help today. You were magnificent. I can't tell you how much fun I had. And on behalf of Bob Koch, I'm Ricky McGuire. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good night. Final score is 56-25.
And thank you to you, partner.